Calculating the correlation coefficient and the equation of the line of best fit using a Casio FX A3 GT Plus calculator. NB. An FX ES calculator can be used if the alternative method in part 3 and 4 is followed. To calculate the linear regression and regression correlation coefficients for the following paired variable data and determine the regression formula for the strongest correlation. So our values are paired, they're coupled with brackets. The first number will represent the x and the second number will represent the y values. So we have 20, 3,150, 110, 7,310, 200, 8,800, 290, 9,310. Okay, so step 1 is if you want to specify to fix to 3 decimal places. But you don't necessarily have to do this. You don't have to fix your decimal places. You can just round to 3 decimal places at the end if you want. But we'll have a look at this step anyway. Step 1, set up the calculator to accept bivariate statistical data, which is raw paired, not as a frequency table, with results to be displayed to 3 decimal places. So we press Shift Mode Setup, the arrow down, then press 3, which represents stats, and 2 for off. Then again, Shift and Mode, which is for setup, then 6, which is fix, and 3. So you're fixing to 3 decimal places. And then Mode 2 for stats, and 2 for A plus BX. So again, you don't have to fix to 3 decimal places necessarily, you can just round off at the end. Step 2. Input the data set as a frequency table. So we'll press 20, then equals, then 110, then equals, then 200, then equals, then 290 and equals. So these are the x values and they will show up underneath the x in the x column. Then we press the arrows to get over to the y column. Then we input the y values and press equals after each one, and they should show up on the y column. Part 3, calculate the correlation coefficient. So we're trying to find OR. So we press AC Shift 1, which is for stats, then 5, which is for regression, then 3, which is for OR being the correlation coefficient. Then we press the equals, and this should show up 0.923. So here we have OR, the correlation coefficient. So we can see it's very, very close to 1, so we've got very strong positive correlation. If using an FX ES calculator, we select AC Shift 173 and equals, and we should get the same thing. Step 4. Calculate the equation of the line of best fit in the form of y equals A plus BX. So A will be the y-intercept and B will be the slope of the line. So to find A, which is really the y-intercept, press AC Shift 1 for stat, 5 for regression, 1 for A and equals, and this will show up 3,703.222. So this is our y-intercept. Now to find B, the slope, we press AC Shift 1 for stat, 5 for regression, 2 for B and equals, and this should show up 22.189. This is our slope. If using an FX ES calculator, then to find A, we press AC Shift 171 and equals, and this again should show up. And to find B, we press AC Shift 172 and equals, and this should show up. So our results are as follows. The linear regression correlation coefficient is 0.923, and the regression formula, or the equation of the line of best fit, is y equals 3,703.22 plus 22.189x. Step 5. To calculate the estimated values of y. Based on the regression formula, or the equation for the line of best fit, an estimated value of y can be calculated for a given x value. To determine an estimated value for y when x is equal to 160, for example. So if x is equal to 160, we want to estimate what would the y value be. So we press AC, we input 160, press Shift 1 for stat, 5 for regression, and 5 for y hat, and then the equals button. And this should show up. 7,253.444. If using an FX ES calculator, select AC, input 160, Shift 175, and equals. Part 6. To calculate estimated values of x. A corresponding x value can also be calculated for value of y in the regression formula. To determine an estimated value for x when y is equal to 8,000, we select AC and input 8,000, Shift 1, which gives us stats, 5 for regression, 4 for x hat, and equals, and this should show up, 193.645. If using an FX ES calculator, select AC, input 8,000, Shift 174, and equals. Step 7. To enter a new set of data, select Mode 2 and enter data following Step 2 onwards. In Step 8, to reset the calculator to Comp mode, select Mode 1, Shift Mode 8 and 1.